Hi beautiful souls, I hope y'all are doing well. So I want to talk about this healing modality called Ho'oponopono that was introduced by Dr. Hugh Len, who was a Hawaiian practitioner. And I came across this video 4 months ago of this YouTuber who was talking about this healing modality of Dr. Hugh Len. And his name, this YouTuber's name is Aaron, is it Doughty? I think it's Aaron Doughty. And he's not the only person who talks about this, not in particular Ho'oponopono healing modality, but in general, when you want to heal your inner child, when you want to heal, when you want to forgive, when you want to release negative, like stored negative energy and emotions within you. The guy Bob Spector talks about this as well, where you need to forgive. Holding on to resentment is holding on to negative energy that is going to pollute your manifestation, your light, you know, your energy and your health as well. So what this healing modality Ho'oponopono is, the practice, I'm going to share with you guys how I've been healing my inner child and releasing, you know, negative narratives that's happened in my childhood, in my past, with certain people in my life. And maybe this will help you when it comes to like forgiving and releasing, letting go of resentment, because some people have bigger things to forgive than others, like certain abuse. I don't want to trigger anyone on here, but there are some people. Yesterday, just last night, I was watching a video of a beautiful soul on YouTube, a female that was talking about how her father essayed her as a child. I don't know how long. And if someone can forgive something like that, there's also another motivational speaker, I don't know her name, but she was also essayed by her father for years, and her mother just turned the other eye, turned the cheek, allowed it to happen. And, you know, she left home, and she would, obviously that does affect a person very negatively, mentally, psychologically, emotionally, physically, like that. That's a lot. And at 40 years old or something, later on in her life, you know, she's married, she's healed, she's done a lot of self-work to the point where, you know, she was taking care of her parents. She's forgiven them, and she was taking care of them even though they put her through what they put her through. Forgiveness is so important, but the most hardest thing. But it is so beautiful when you can just, when you raise your frequency, when you raise your awareness, conscious awareness of the narrative of what it is, like why things happen. Like you can go out of your ego and see the bigger picture of how a certain experience has affected you, in looking at it in a positive way, not just focusing on the negativity, how it's affected you negatively, but the good side, the silver lining of it. So of course, when you have those kind of traumas, when you have very heavy emotions, energies based off big experiences, not small traumas, basically, not just experiences, traumas. There's so many techniques, there's so many modalities and practices and ways that you can help yourself heal Some of you, it will take years, some of you, it will take months. Everybody's different, but you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for no other person, you're doing it for you. Take it easy on yourself. So this is what I do. I also did get this idea, even though I do it in my own way with my own words, from Aaron Doughty. I think I'm saying his name wrong, his surname. But the way Ho'oponopono works is you send love. Bob Proctor talks about this as well. You imagine yourself sending love to that person, forgiving that person, hugging that person, because ultimately you're healing yourself by sending them healing energy and sending them love. You're changing how you feel. What you're holding, that emotion that you're holding on to towards that person is negative currently. So the way you can shift that negativity to positivity or to love is by sending it sincerely. And even though it may sound a bit weird, like how do you send love to someone who's affected you this way, is because of the negative narrative that you have about that emotion, about that experience, that trauma, what they've done, or what they've afflicted onto you. So you're like, I can't understand that, I can't picture that. What am I sending them or thanking them for? Like, for doing that to me? Let me tell you or share with you guys the words and how I communicate to, in my case, it's my stepfather and my mother and certain family members. So this is what I say. Sometimes you can do this as well. This is very releasing. It's grounding when you want to release an emotion. A lot of autistic or neurodivergent people do this. Children especially. Children bang themselves on the wall. Those little things we call tantrums is an outlet, is a release. So you can do this. I think I'm going to do a part 2 because I'm running out of time. Or you can just hold onto your heart, because you have a lot of energy, force, healing energy in your palms. So just touch your heart, hold onto your heart, and say these words. This is how I do it. I am sorry for holding on to this emotion towards you. Please forgive me for not knowing how it's been affecting me and what I've been sending you. Thank you for what you've taught me. I love you. I'm sorry for not knowing what you've been through, where you was coming from. Please forgive me for not understanding you. Thank you for showing me how people, how people affect us. You know, hurt people hurt others. Thank you for showing me that you were hurt. I love you. And I imagine myself hugging my mother. And whilst I'm hugging her, in my mind's eye, I can see deep down underneath all that hate, all the aggression, aggressiveness, abuse, all that anger and hate in her towards me is because she was hurting inside. I can see the mask that she was putting on just fall off, and I can see her for what really was going on inside her. Same with my stepfather, same with those other people as well. You start to see that it was a facade. It was their pain, their anger. It was an